Hi, this is TX2-1370us. This is my review on an HP TouchSmart TX2. I think it's a great tablet PC, but if you're a gamer, I suggest you stay away from this because this is not the best gaming solution. Sure, it has a nice amount of gigahertz in its processor, but dual core is not enough, and it has an integrated graphics card, which is the HG3 2000, which is a pretty bad graphics card when it comes to 3D gaming. Sure, this computer can handle lots of games pretty fine, like Combat Arms or X Steel, but when it comes to games like Crisis takes a shit on this computer. Just saying. What I like to say is, this computer can get pretty hot after an hour, but that's like if you're in performance mode. But if you're like in power saver, it'll stay cool, or in HP recommended, it gets a little hot, but not as hot as high performance mode. But I would strongly recommend that you get a cooling fan because this can overheat and damage the hardware. Another thing, I think it was great that this came with the Microsoft Touchback. The only thing is that it didn't have Microsoft Collage. I guess you have to use HP Canvas instead. I got myself this little wireless mouse because I really hate using trackpads. Really good for playing games. I like to demonstrate the powers of the TX2 right now. I'm going to show you a little effect. Okay, hold on. Here comes a little effect. It's coming. Come on, work. Yeah, see? This is an effect right here. What the hell do I look like? Yeah. Do not be afraid. I am a human. So, the HP TouchSmart TX2 is a great computer, but I suggest you get the TM2. It's not a powerhouse, but hey, it has a Wacom, or however you pronounce it, digitizer pen, which is pretty good if you're into using Photoshop pressure sensitivity. But this computer does have pressure sensitivity, but not in Photoshop. I can name some apps that support pressure sensitivity for this N-Trig pen: Windows Journal, Microsoft Paint. Wait, it depends on which drivers you get for this pen. Microsoft Paint, Art Rage, and Paint.net. These are so far the only programs I know that work with the pressure sensitivity on this pen. But I suggest that if you're into other things, but if you really don't care about pressure sensitivity, then this is your computer. And I say you really shouldn't blame the pressure sensitivity problems on N-Trig. Either we have to wait till Adobe or N-Trig makes this pen compatible with Photoshop's pressure sensitivity. And another thing is, this has a lot of effects. Like right now, it's great. The webcam is okay, but I had one problem with it. I was just turning it on, and for some reason the webcam failed on me and it gave me a blue screen. At first I panicked, but then I just got over it. Said screw this. I'm just gonna continue with my life. The only problem I had currently was because that my H key broke off for some reason. I don't know. I strongly recommend that you get a cooling fan. Here, I'll show you the one I'm using right now. See, this is the cooling fan I'm using. I recommend you get something like these. They're pretty cool. They're pretty stylish, and it's really cheap. I got mine for $1 on eBay, and but the shipping cost of like $3. That's not a problem. It's pretty cheap. The only thing is that these things can break pretty easily, but if you're careful with it, it can last long. The only problem with these cooling fans is that sometimes the lights can get bended, and then they'll hit the lamp and make noises like this. Wait. See? And sometimes the fan will make noises to the point where it gets stuck inside and the fan is no longer spinning. And you have to keep this at a good... Essentially, make sure that this fan on the top left, on the top right corner, or the top left corner is near the vent where the hot air comes out, so that can cool down, because the vent on this computer can get really hot and sometimes it feels like it's burning if you touch it. And I like the fact because this matches with my mouse. But I recommend this computer. This computer can really get a lot of attention. I mean, I see my classmates just breathe down my neck just from playing a little touchscreen game. They're all over my back. This game is pretty good for art. I'm even working on an animation right now, but I'm pretty lazy, and it's gonna probably take a couple more weeks or days. There's no more marshmallows. The retarded rampage. That's what's gonna be called right now. I'm even thinking about changing the series Hirachi to Flash, and maybe hire some voice actors. I'm just gonna put this back. I hear this is the TX2-1370 series. It doesn't have that much problems as the 1000 series, which had the first Windows Vista. This one runs smoother, better, and it feels more compact. It also comes with an optical drive, so that's good. Because if you remove it, it feels a lot lighter. I think I like the feature that this has an optical drive. I didn't like the fact that the TM2 didn't have an optical drive, because an optical drive is pretty important if it's your only computer. And I'm drawing on my face right now. Yeah, it is pretty important to have a disk drive, an internal one if it's your only computer. But I think it's pretty good at this feature. If you don't want the disk drive, you can just simply remove it and put in the dummy, or where the tray is, which is much lighter, and it feels a lot lighter. For those of you people that say it's pretty heavy, you must be really weak, because it feels pretty light to me. Because yeah, it's pretty light. Ooh, little mustache. Yep, it's pretty light. And then it's pretty light if you know how to carry it. I even got a nice safe bag. I'll show you right now. I got this bag for about $10. I didn't buy it off the HP. I just bought it at some cheap store. It's pretty nice. It has a front pocket for you to put your stuff, like your charger and your adapter, your charger and your mouse. There's even two slots where you can put in two slots right here. Up here you can put in your computer since it has cushioning, and up here you can put in your tray or your cooling fan. And I swear I dropped this thing with my computer inside like 1,000 times, and my computer still hasn't broken, and it's still in one